What are your thoughts on learning versus hiring? When to learn the skill yourself and when to hire an expert or technician instead? Two examples could be programming and marketing.
I mean,
I think it depends on what you're trying to do. Like what's the kind of business that you're trying to create? I think if you're a tech company and you don't have tech capabilities, then you need to hire somebody, I don't know, as a partner, not just an employee, or learn it yourself. But if you haven't learned it yourself, that's a pretty good sign out of the gate. So ask yourself, is this going to be core to my company? Like, does it matter if I'm the best at this, right? So bookkeeping, is bookkeeping core to your business? For a lot of people, no. So you hire a bookkeeper, right? Is marketing core to your business? Probably, right? So you should either figure it out yourself or bring on somebody to help you do it. But you're vulnerable. Like if you have zero interest in marketing, you probably need a marketing co-founder because you're always going to be vulnerable to the person who's on your team. You need somebody who has a vested interest in it. So you pick the two that are usually on opposite ends in marketing and the technology stack. Usually the people who are good at one are not good at the other. So hopefully you're good at one of them. And in those two examples, your best bet is to find a founder who can help you with the other one. Not just hiring to somebody internally, and definitely not just outsourcing to somebody else.
Al Dame said he want to be both. He's willing to put in the additional work to learn it.
You can be. Just ask yourself if you actually really want to get good at both, because it does sacrifice to be really good at one. You only have so many hours in a day, right? If it's genuinely interesting for you to do both, then that's going to be the intersection of your talent. To say, hey, I want to. This is where I'm going to shine. I'm going to be the tech guy who also knows how to do marketing. But then why ask that question? That's a weird question to ask if you actually want to do both.
Well, he says because he's young and it seems like it'll pay off 10x.
Ah, well, that's not a good enough reason. Doing it just because it's a smart thing to do is not a good enough reason. You got to actually want to do it.
L. Dame says, honestly, I would probably rather only do the technical stuff if I had to choose. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't really enjoy the promotion and marketing.
Right, so do it.
But what about when the company is still small?
If you don't enjoy the marketing, somebody's got to do it. And trying to hire somebody to do it when you don't know anything about it or enjoy it, like it's not the angle. It's better to find somebody to help you. Like who loves marketing you can work with?
The marketing is hard.
Well, everything is hard. Everything is hard, but
it's whether you like it or not.
You know what? You guys may disagree or may agree or disagree. But I think entrepreneurship is hard. It's not for everybody. It's definitely a learned skill and an acquired taste.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe some of you guys are just born with it. But being an entrepreneur is not easy.
I mean, if it was easy, then everyone would be millionaires.
But it's the best thing to do, though. It really grows you a lot as a person.
It's not the best thing for everybody, but it definitely is the best for some.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. He said. By the way, Evan had some recent wins. Got a sponsorship. This is Mark's About Media. He has some recent wins. Got a sponsorship with a great streaming software. Picked up a Rodcaster. I think you mean Roadcaster.
Roadcaster.
And adding live video and Clubhouse interviews to my podcast workflow. Okay, he says, no, I know it's live. I was just wondering if it was this week.
Got it.
Entrepreneur is incredibly difficult and stressful, but so rewarding. I totally agree. But some people have a knack for it though. Some people they have a, you know, it's almost like they're born to be entrepreneurs. To me, it's a learned skill. It's an acquired taste. Because there's some things about entrepreneurship I absolutely hate. Just don't like doing. But you have to do it, right?
Yeah, if you're not willing to do difficult things, being an entrepreneur is not going to be the path.
Yeah, you're gonna fail miserably. This is L. Dane, but don't you think it could be still valuable learning it instead, even though I don't exactly love it? And then Mark Savant says, Dane, if you're building a business, you will need to do things you don't enjoy. However, you should look to outsource or partner with someone that is great at your weaknesses.
Yeah, I mean, if it's just a strategy and you don't love it, you're going to lose. So you've got to think about your allocation of time. You got two choices, right? I mean, you have so many hours in a day of what you're going to spend time studying, learning, getting better at, improving. If you spent the time doing technology, how much better would you get quickly? And if you spent your time doing marketing, how much better would you get quickly? And how much did you enjoy your life or not in that process?
And where's the balance of doing money-making activities, right? If you do money-making activities, then you can actually make the money to hire someone to do the stuff that you don't like doing.
But the thing is, both of those are core. Like, you can't just hire a marketing person. You need to have somebody on the, like, I would look for a marketing co-founder to help me, a business co-founder to help me.
That enjoy marketing.
That wants to be the person who just goes out and spreads the word.
But you don't have to convince them.
Like, you don't need to be great at both, but you need one.
Yeah.
One of them has to be core. And if you can't do both and you have no interest in either of them, then you need somebody to help you with it. And that's fine, and that's great awareness. Most people struggle in their business because they're trying to do everything and they have no interest in learning these other things. Same thing with like the video editing versus recording, right? That I keep yelling at you guys about. If you hate video editing,
I don't think you yelled at us. You just kind of just, hey, you don't actually yell at us.
that's not true. That's true. I don't yell. I yell at Zan sometimes.
I don't think you ever yelled at me. I think you maybe raised your voice a little bit because because I get so excited, my voice is raised up. So then you raise your voice a little bit, but you've never yelled. You've always kept your composure.
Only in my dreams I yell at Zan. I wake up yelling at Zan.
I love it.
No, Uncle Z, don't do it. Uncle Z, don't talk about the book anymore. No more book talk. Oh my God. He's talking about the book again, isn't he?
Oh my gosh. It's such a great idea. Come on, man.
Dude, that stuff gives me nightmares. But the same thing, like people who are making videos, that's usually the thing that they do is that's how Drew gets his kills. I'm so great in lane. He just steals kills. My poison was going to kill him. Nope. Drew's got to take it. All right. I see how it is, Drew. I see how it is. The whole concept of spending 4 hours editing a video and 20 minutes making it, right? I've talked on and on and on about that. You're just training the wrong skill. You never want to get good at it. So you don't focus on it. Don't worry about being great at editing. Now, for editing and video production, for most people, is not core.
Okay.
Like for my business now, it's become core, right? I need to have that capability fully in my team, right? For sure. But for most people, could you outsource that? Of course.
Well, when you talk about core, even with sales and marketing, no matter how great your product is or your service is, if you don't have a great sales and marketing component to your business, then how you going to make sales? How's your business going to survive?
Yes, you definitely need at least one of them. You definitely need at least one of them.
But I think it's a sequence. I know I was. Sometimes people get ahead of the game and start practicing sales and marketing, and they haven't even made a great quality product yet.
Well, you also need the technology person or the product person, right? Like there's lots of great salespeople who have nothing to sell,
Right.
and they suck at making something happen. So that's where they need. If Al Dame is going to make the product, great. Those are the two camps that people usually fall into. One of those two.
And even a service component, because like with coaching is a service, but you have to build up the skill set. But the only way you're gonna build up the skill set is through actually coaching, through practice and coaching, because it's a skill set.
Yeah, like if Zan's going to be a coach, and coaching has to be part of his core, right? He's got to be great at it.
But you can't make any money if you don't know how to do sales and marketing.
Sure, but like designing a website doesn't have to be something that Zan needs to know how to do and be great at. It's not core to your business or what you want to become.
Right. But without the website being designed, then you can't. There's no place for people to go to be able to book you.
Sure.
Not necessarily true, because you can say, "Here's the video. Here's my email. Send me a link. Boom. Okay, I know."
Yeah. Go to your. Here's your page, right? Go to Facebook or just do outreach. Like you can do a lot. You don't need, but if you're a web design company, you need to have a website, right? I mean, it just depends what's core. But there's always gonna be some version of products and like product creation and then business, sales, marketing. And those are the camps people usually fall into, and where they struggle a lot in going down the wrong path is trying to do both when they don't have an interest in both. Because it makes sense logically to say, well, I'm young, I can learn it all myself. Why not? Why not? It's because you waste a lot of time on the wrong thing. Oh, we lost our jungler again.
And also, it's different levels. So you might be in phase 1. When you go to phase 2, you gotta start automating and delegating if you want to grow and go to the next level. But in the beginning, I guess maybe things are different now. But in the beginning, don't most people promote you gotta do everything in the beginning because you don't have anybody else, just yourself?
Well, I mean, like, you have to at least have a general understanding of everything. You don't necessarily have to be the one that does it per se. I mean, most people have at least some resources.
Yeah, if you're trying to build a tech company and you don't have somebody who understands tech, who's helping you build the thing, not just like they have an interest in it, they're invested into it somehow. That's why a lot of tech companies fail. That's why so many apps fail. It was just started by some marketing person who doesn't understand how to actually build a tech product, and so they fail.